Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. Dear viewers everywhere on the globe, I greet you with the best greeting, the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and may peace be upon all of you. Today we have, in this episode, we have two pictures, two nicely taken pictures. And we are going to move from one to another. And if you see the first picture is a picture of a person who is jumping, and he on his back. Don't be scared. There is a parachute, hoping that it will open at a certain time. Look at the other picture, a person who is walking on a rope. Can move to the second picture. Look at it, and you will see the person is walking on a very thin rope, trying to make balance. And yes, again, what is common among the two of them, as you see, is that the risk, there's a risk. Yes, the two of them are exploring, they are doing something new. Yes, we may feel a little bit scared when we see this because we are not trained. They might have got a lot of training, and they are doing this. Maybe this is their hobby, and they may be teaching other human beings something like how to make balance. But still, when you look in depth at these pictures, you would say that there is a risk in them. Possibility of a parachute that doesn't open. Possibility that this person who's trying to walk on this rope may fall down. There is a type of risk. We want to live a life that's risk-free, free of risk. But some people like to take this. Yes, there may be some lessons that they may offer humanity. However, there is a big danger and risk. And the question is it worthy doing this? Is it worthy testing this experiment or this experiment? I don't know the answer very well. But if a person would say, yes, it is worthy, and I would ask another question. If you are testing, you're making, and you want to make this worthy of acceptance, is it worthy testing Islam? What would you lose if you test this religion? Try to go to this religion, make search, go deep into it, examine it, spend some time. If you spend the same time that you spend in this hobby or that hobby on finding the truth, which is the religion of Islam, then, and only then, after testing it, after getting some clarification, you will be able to decide that getting into this great religion of Islam is much, much, much better than testing other things that may represent a waste of time. How many hours this person in the first picture or that person in the second picture have spent, I wouldn't say even have wasted, in learning this skill. He may be talented, but he spent such huge amount of hours to reach to this level. And what's the end result? If we ask ourselves, what's the maximum benefit that he would get and the people would learn from it? If you try to measure this gain and the pain and the time that we spend, it's not worthy the answer. Islam, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that the legs of a human being on the Day of Judgment will not move until he would be asked about some questions about his life and how he spent it. In other words, the time and how the time he got in this life, the 20 years or the 30 years or the 80 years, how he spent it. Did he spend it in something beneficial? Did he spend it to benefit others? Did he spend it in pure enjoyment and becoming heedless of what is going to come? Becoming heedless of the day of judgment that will happen? Becoming heedless of the accountability that he or she would be responsible and the question that he has to answer in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We would be asked even about the money and the property that we have, how we gained it and how we spend it. Did we gain it from legal sources? And did we spend it in the right way or not? We will be asked about these things, about our bodies, about our life, about our properties, about the time and how we spend it. This is something so essential in our great religion. And this is what make a person decide in depth. There are many sports that people do. They are very risky. Most of the people who play this, they play it either as a hobby, or they play it as a type of enjoyment, or some of them are looking for fame and reputation. And this is again one of the diseases that people suffer from. How many times have we seen people making accidents and they may die, and some others break their necks, and some others may lose their lives because of the sport that they love, or because of the fame that they are targeting, or because of the money that they are waiting for as a result of their success in such a thing. Islam would teach us to use our talents, to use our wisdom according to the guidelines that is given to us by Islam. And Islam never ever left us without guidance. Even in the type of enjoyment, you need to keep your brain safe, because this great religion protects our brains, our souls, our lives, our properties, and our religion. It has a lot of benefits in it. And if we can use our talents in this way, in the way that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us to do, I think we will have better enjoyment on this earth when we know how to spend our time properly, because Islam describes the way that we live. 24/7 it can tell you what to do in this moment, at this time, and how to enjoy, and what are the things that you need to avoid. Thanks again and again and again to Almighty Allah who guided us to this truth, and we ask Him to guide everyone, viewers and other people, Muslims and not Muslims, Muslims and non-Muslims, every human being, to this wonderful, great religion. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Mamdouh Nuruddin Muhammad.